I believe it's on now. No? Yes? Hello? 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 Can you hear me now? Good morning, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Your smiling faces always bring great joy to me and my heart and my soul. And I'm just glad to be out of the house. I gotta tell you, I've been, I had, as many of you know, some of you know, I had back surgery at the end of December. And so it's been about recovery. And, I'm trying to get out and be myself again and to do activities again. And so when I was asked to come, I'm like, yes, yes, anything out of what I'm doing right now, physical therapy. Oh, okay. So anyway, this morning, my hope for you is that you take away some ideas or some processes that will help you release and let go, that will help you start anew. I love the Lent season for me because it reminds me that no matter what transpires in my life, it is up to me to walk through it, to release, to let go. So if something is to, let's say a loved one is to pass unexpectedly, or health challenges come up unexpectedly, or a job loss unexpectedly, it is up to us to recognize it, to see it, and to release it. Would you agree? That it doesn't define who we are. It's just an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity to rise above and see the light. See the light at the end of the tunnel. For me, Lent is a spiritual experience. It's where we can focus our attention on releasing and letting go of people, places, and things that are not supporting us, that are not helping us be the absolute best that we can be. It reminds us to turn inward and trust in the Christ presence that is within each one of us. That presence, which is God, the good, the omnipotent. God is love. We are love. So I'm going to say this affirmation. I'd like for you to say it with me. God is love. I am love. Again, God is love. I am love. So when we come from that place, we can do anything. There isn't anything that we cannot accomplish with that, knowing that if God is love and I'm made in the image and likeness of God, we are all made in the image and likeness of God, then we are love. And love overpowers anything bad. When we know and recognize that peace that is within us, that love that is us, then we can start to trust, we can start to believe, and we can lean into a new way of being and thinking. We can have a positive outlook on life instead of a not so good outlook on life. So what is it in our lives that we want to release and let go? For me, it's the thinking of, is this ever going to end? Why am I still in pain? I want to let go of that thought and just affirm, like Myrtle Fillmore did, that I am a healthy child of God. I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. Right? So what is it that we want to release? What thinking is it, or a feeling, or an experience that we have in our life that we want to let go of? You can ask some of these questions like, what can I let go of that isn't inspiring me to be all that God intended me to be? Another one is, where's my life heading with the thoughts that are holding me back? Is it pushing me forward in a good way? Or is it keeping me back? It's stuck in the past. When we have one foot in the past and one foot in the present, we truly miss out on or in the future, we truly miss out on what's in the present. You can ask a thing, are the choices that I'm making, do I feel good about those choices? You could ask yourself, have I been trusting my intuition? You know, that gut feeling that you get, and you say, as an example, I second guessed committing to coming up here because sitting is difficult for me still. And I don't hate anything. I don't like claiming it, but it is a fact that sitting is uncomfortable for me right now. And it's getting better each day, every day. And I thought, am I trusting my intuition? And my intuition told me to say yes. So yes, am I trusting my intuition? And here's a good one. Do I have love and gratitude for my accomplishments? So many times we hang on to what didn't work that we forget to praise ourselves for what does work, that did work, what continues to work. Are my spiritual gifts helping and encouraging others to follow their hopes and dreams? All of us have a gift within us. We don't have to have all of them, but we have a gift. And are you taking that gift and are you sharing that with others? I'm telling you, if you're in a not so good place, getting outside of yourself and helping others is a great way to really understand and embrace the true meaning of love. So if you said yes to any of these, then you're doing great, right? You are, because if you said, yes, I'm doing these things, I'm asking these things, and I'm not hanging on to resentments, I don't have anything I need to let go of right now, then yes, good for you. But if you said no, then this is the opportunity to lean into what it is you want to do. You want to hang on to that? You know, you want to hang on to the resistance of letting go. That which we resist persists, right? So do we want to hang on to that? No, I say no. I'm telling you all now, let it go. Just release, let it go. In Myrtle Fillmore's book, How to Let God Help You, she writes, the spiritual truth is that you are God's own beloved child and that God is ever giving you his own wisdom, love, power, life, and substance. If we believe in this truth with a capital T, if we believe in this truth, then it is up to us to take the steps forward to accomplishing our dreams, our aspirations, our goals, our future in our lives. We don't need to hang on to stuff. How many of you have got a closet full of stuff you don't use anymore? Oh, how about a bedroom of stuff you don't use anymore? I go through my closet once a year and I start releasing and letting go. And then sometimes I look at it and go, but I might wear that one day. You know, our thoughts are the same thing. You know, how do we rise above that? If we say, oh, I want to let it go, but wait, let me hang on to it for just a little bit longer because I might be able to make changes instead of just having non-resistance to it. Like, don't resist it. Just let it be. And then accept the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is that we are divine children of God. We are love. And when we shine from love, everybody feels it. Would you agree? Yes. So how do we get there? Release, let go. How do we do and be where we want to be? I would suggest the first thing we do is that we start trusting in God. Is it God for you? Is it a higher power? Is it Buddha? What is it for you? But trust in that. You know, I believe everybody knows that I love to use the word God because that resonates with me. I look at my dogs and I go, oh, look, you're a dog, you're God spelled backwards. And they always give me great love, always. It's unconditional. Even when they take over my bed, it's still unconditional. So we trust. God is the Christ presence that is within our souls. It is here. You can feel your heartbeat. That's God. If you can put your hand on your chest and feel your heart beating, that is God infused in you, infused in us. When we trust, we are saying yes to grounding ourselves in the power of good. We are saying yes to life, and we are saying no to any negative thinking, circumstances that might come up. You know, it doesn't matter what's happening outside here. What matters is what you're doing here, inside your heart, inside your soul. Because when we ground ourselves, when we plant ourselves just firmly in that belief and trusting in God, doesn't matter what's going on out there. We can get through it. It might not change what's happening out there, but it will change how you see what is happening out there. Does that make sense? Okay. When we trust, we allow ourselves to heal, we breathe, and we love boldly, right? Because we know that the love we are is God. It's so funny because when I started physical therapy, I couldn't do much in the beginning because I wasn't released to do a lot yet. But so they taught me breathing exercises. I go, well, I know how to breathe. Turns out I did not know how to breathe, that I had forgotten because I was hanging on to all that pain for such a long time that I had forgotten how to breathe properly. And it's amazing. You know, I was really grateful for that little device that they make you blow into after you've had anesthesia, you know, so that your lungs make sure they're working properly. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was like, I haven't been breathing. I've been shallow breathing. I've been hanging on so tight that I had forgotten to just breathe. And I was like, thank you. I'm glad. And then they go, now get your shoulders out of your ears. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I like my shoulders as my earrings. I don't know about you, but you know, it's been that way for a long time. So good reminders that we just stay strong and that we trust in God in the process of loving ourselves and knowing that all is good. Psalms 56, 1-4. It reads, be gracious to me, O God, for people trample on me. All the day long, foes oppress me. My enemies trample on me all day long, for many fight against me. O Most High, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise, in God I trust. I am not afraid. What can flesh do to me? Right? So that trust is like, it's just bounding. Next, they say we believe in the process. There's a difference between trusting and believing. Believing is sight unseen. You just know that it's okay. You just know. You get a feeling. I can say something, but if I don't believe it, are you going to believe it? No, I don't think so. If I get up here and I'm talking on a subject that I have no belief in, is that going to resonate with you? So that's what I'm talking about, belief. It's like, believe it. So that means I embrace it. We embrace it. and we can do anything that we want. So when we're believing, it's time to release. Right? I believe that when I release any negative thoughts or appearances in my life, that I'm going to be okay. That I'm going to learn to have fun again. That I'm going to learn to be kind and generous. Not that you need to learn it because you already are it, but it's a great reminder, right? It's a great reminder. So we stop living in fear, false evidence appearing real, right? We stop living in fear. All of this out here is an illusion. So I've been told. And like, but I'm sitting on that illusion, you know, it's like, the point is that when we come from a place within, when we come from that Christ presence within, we are saying, yes, that we want to live our lives fully. That we can release all of the negative and embrace all that is good. That's what I believe. If we get stuck, what do? We just go back to trust. If we forget to believe, we go back to what we trust. And what we trust that all is good in our lives that supports us and helps us move forward is our higher power, is that Christ presence within us. It's God. I believe in love. Wholeheartedly believe in love. Do you? Love isn't something, the love I'm talking about isn't the love that I might have for a partner or a child, but it's the love of God that is in me. That is love, and I believe that for me. In John 11:25, Jesus said, "Those who believe in me will live." We will live. I don't know about you, but I want to live. I want to be able to travel and do things and have fun and laugh and dance if I want to. Let my dogs take over the bed if I want to. I just want to live. I want to be happy at my job, what I do. I want to be happy retired. I want to be happy giving back to my community. I want to be happy when change happens. We might not see that happiness, but we might not see the good in the change, but there is good. True change is growth. And finally, we put the trust and belief into motion, so we must lean into it. I mean, just lean into God. Lean in to know that when you release, this is the letting go part, right? Let go. Just lean into it. Think of something. I want you just to close your eyes for a minute and think of something that you're hanging on to. A thought doesn't have to be big. It can be if you would like. Just close your eyes and think of a thought that is giving you angst, making you uneasy. I want you to just trust in God. Believe that when you release, that you can lean into letting it, just lean into letting God take it from you. Give that burden to God. How does that make you feel? Does it give you rest? Does it give you peace? Does it give you hope? We might not like decisions that are happening around us, but it's up to us how we handle those decisions. Just embrace the change. When we lean into something, we are taking action, because none of that matters if we're not taking action. When we lean into it, we're saying, yes, I want to live. Yes, I want to let go. Yes, I want to have good thoughts. And we decide to start changing our behaviors. We decide just one at a time, baby steps, right foot, left foot, breathe. When we release fear and doubt, we are taking huge steps into having a better life. Fear and doubt just makes life ucky. That's a very spiritual term, ucky. There's one last scripture I want to share with you from Acts 17:28. For in him we live and move and have our being. And for me, what I read is that when I trust in God, trust in my higher power, trust in that spiritual being that is in my life, trust in the universe, whatever that is for me, and I believe that it is true. And I believe it and I can feel it and I can share it with others. When we do that and we lean into just letting it go and giving it away, that's where I believe there's where our being is. We have our being. We have that peace in us that we're looking for. We shine the love that is us to everyone around us. So I invite all of you to take these spiritual gifts that I've given you today, little drops of it, and just let your life shine. Let the past go. Let the past go. Truly embrace the presence and know that you are loved. So let's take time as we go into meditation. And just close our eyes. Get comfortable in the seats that are supporting you. Just take in 3 deep breaths. Resting and knowing that the presence of God is right here. And each one of us in this room, in the chair that is supporting you, in all that is present, that we are God's creation. And today we can choose to have new beginnings in our lives. To give thanks for the old, to give thanks for the past. And be grateful for the opportunity for something new. We trust in that presence, that power of God, the good, the omnipotent. And we know that through the Christ's presence within us, God is. So just let go and release. Believe. Believe that we are worthy of this and so much more. We know and feel that oneness with God. For we are beautiful, beautiful children of God. And we lean into knowing that it's okay. We lean into knowing that with every healthy step and choice we make, God is. If we're having ill thoughts, God still is. But we're going to lean into the knowing and the presence of that spirit in us. God doesn't know sickness. God doesn't know pain. God only knows love. So if we're feeling any of that, we can trust and rest assured that with God, there is light. Light within our souls and our hearts and our mind. You just lean into the silence. And we go inward. And we embrace peace and love in the silence. As we begin to bring our thoughts back into this room, we can gently wiggle our fingers, our toes, being grounded in the peace and love that is in this room, that we are. Trusting and knowing that we are all one, divinely guided to be the absolute best we can be. And so it is.